Arriving,
Eventually.
yes, I'm just making sure I'm in the right place. So arrive in England, and the queues were, they say, as long as your arm. My arm's only this length, it's not that long. The queues were long like the river Gambia. They were just long, winding round.
One eternity later.
Queues forever they were. And when you get to border control, you show them all the same paperwork again, proof of your negative PCR test, also proof of purchase of your test kit, and some people they asked for the proof of the costing, some people they didn't ask, and they asked whatever questions immigration want to ask. That's their liberty to ask whatever they wanted to, so they ask all of those questions that they choose to ask. Then after that, after the, I think I was maybe there in about 2 hours.
2 hours later.
3.5, 4 hours. So I got off lightly. Anyway, so then you go through the border control after they've asked you all those questions. You check out with your passports, pick up your luggage, go through, and that's the end of the airport fiasco. That's only the end of the airport fiasco. There's more to come. So anyhow, at that point then you travel to wherever it is you put on your form that you're going to travel to, because you're signing this form to say that's where you're going to travel to and that's where you're going to stay. So having done all of that, when you get home, there's 2 kits that you can purchase. There's one that is for day 2 testing and day 8 testing. But if you want to get out of jail quicker, well, it's not jail, it's your own home, isn't it, or wherever it is that you stay. But if you want to be free to move around and go wherever it is that you choose to go much quicker, then you could have a day 5 release test kit. But of course, that's at another cost, and nobody was getting any more money out of me, because PCR test before you leave, and then the kit when you come back, and then to do a pre-release, no. So I just bought one kit that had testing facilities for day 2 and day 8. So I tested on day 2 and I tested on day 8, and there's a whole sheet in there that tells you do this, write that, swab that, label that, whatever. That's all in there. You just follow the instructions according to the instructions as they have been given. So then you drop that off in the relevant drop box. Well, you're not supposed to go out your house to drop it, but if you've got nobody else to do it, you'll have to do it yourself. And there's a little thing on the form that says yes, you can do that. So when you've tested yourself, then there's a form to fill in for the testing. Oh my gosh, so it's not even funny. I don't even know why I'm laughing. It's just the whole thing was just so long and drawn out. So then you complete that form on day 2, you complete that form on day 8 when you test, and then every day between day 1 and day 10, somebody from, I think it's the Home Office, somebody will ring you, and then the first time they ring you, they confirm your name, your address, your date of birth, where you've travelled from, where you've travelled to, if you're staying in your home, if you're isolating, if you've got any symptoms, and then you move on. They do that every day for 10 days. And if you happen to have been, not knowingly, but if you've been in contact with anybody on the aeroplane or wherever it is that's had or got the, the thing, the C, I call it 99, but you know what I'm talking about. If you've been in contact with anybody that's had that, because apparently I was in contact with somebody that had that, obviously they're not going to say who it was, so that then I had to fill another form in, and you fill that form in, then that form tells you if you should isolate any further for any longer. But logic is that if you've only come from the airport to your house, you've not been anywhere else, if you're only doing 10 days quarantine or isolation, then logic would have it that you don't need to do any more because you haven't been anywhere. But anyway, you know, this is the policies and the processes and the procedures. So, you know, you have to do what you got to do. So that was it in a nutshell. But yes, it's not for the faint-hearted, in my opinion. And you know, I understand that people would turn back because they didn't have all the relevant paperwork at the airport. I've heard people would turn back in England. I've heard that people that didn't stay in their houses for the you know, the isolation quarantine time, you know, I've heard people were arrested. You know, I don't know if it's hearsay, supposition, or fact, or, you know, just people embellishing things, as people do like to embellish them, but that's what I've heard. So I can't concretely say that that is factual. But that's the process as far as I followed it, as far as I completed it, and that's based on what I did in August of 2021. But, you know, things are changing. The traffic light system's changing. Isolation, quarantine, no quarantine, go to a hotel, don't go to a hotel, pay the money. So I can't get involved in any of that. I'm just giving you what I did. So in a nutshell, when I left the Gambia, it was nose and mouth swab, or throat. But, you know, they were kind and gentle. They weren't aggressive, and didn't, you know, want to take out my tripe, as we would have said in Jamaica. Oh my God. But yeah, so if that's been of use to you, share it with somebody else. Like, share, comment and subscribe. And I will come in at you with some more content, but I thought that this might be relevant now because some people might be interested in what the process is for them to re-enter the UK and to leave the Gambia. But this is only for the UK. I can't comment on any other country. So I'm out of here because that's long and laboured, and I don't like to be chatting for too long. So, as I always say, peace, Kairo. We out of here till another good time. Walk good, walk good, walk good.